asking questions, writing poems, drafting emails. Millions of people get help from the language model ChatGPT. But how does this so-called generative artificial intelligence actually work? First, it needs a lot of human help. It has to be trained. ChatGPT was fed with hundreds of millions of texts of all different kinds, including the entire Wikipedia. Based on these texts, language AIs can understand the complex relationships within language. They learn the probability with which one word follows another. At the beginning of training, the answers must be checked by humans. They exclude incorrect or undesirable answers. From this feedback, the system learns in turn and continuously improves the answers. So what exactly happens when you ask ChatGPT a question? The text that is entered is divided into many small units, known as tokens. If a sentence is a puzzle, then a token is a puzzle piece. A token can be a short word, a syllable within a word, an abbreviation, or even a punctuation mark. Then, the model calculates the position of the tokens in the text and the context in which they relate to each other. This allows the model to calculate the meaning of terms in the text, such as that bank can mean something different depending on whether park or money appears nearby. From this, it also recognizes the meaning of the question. It identifies keywords in the text, recognizes specific instructions, and ignores filler phrases. The creation of the answer works similarly. Based on the input and the training data, the most likely answer is calculated and then put back together like a puzzle. For each token, it calculates which one is likely to follow next. This creates the answer that the model considers most likely to be appropriate. It's important to know the model itself has no factual knowledge and cannot check the accuracy of the answer. So, if a language model like ChatGPT answers a question correctly, it's only because the correct answer is statistically the most likely one. If there is little data available, it can happen that the calculated answer is factually incorrect. It can still sound very convincing, though. That's why a language model's answer is no substitute for your own research and should be checked independently. In summary, language AIs are only as good as their training data and the training process allow. Their answers are not knowledge but very good linguistic probability calculations. Nevertheless, they will change our lives as text generators in everyday work, chatbots, or even humanoid robots.